In this super easy tutorial, I'm going to make a low poly Valentine's heart. So I'm in a new general Blender file and I'm just going to press 1 on my numpad to go to front view and zoom in on the cube. Press tab to go to edit mode and do a loop cut. So Ctrl R right here in the middle and double left click to confirm it. Press 3 to go to face mode and press Alt Z to go to X-ray mode. And you want to box select this side of your cube. Press X and delete faces. Tab back to object mode, go to your modifiers, add modifier, generate mirror. So by default, it generates the mirror on the X-axis. All you have to do, tick clipping. Now let's tab back to edit mode and do some more loop cuts. So press Ctrl R and do one here, double left click to confirm it, one horizontally like that, and then just one here as well. So that's great. So still in X-ray mode, press 1 to go to vertex mode, box select these vertices, press G and Z and move it down here. Then box select these vertices, press G and Z and move it to about here. It's great. Actually, I think we can move this down a little bit further, so G and Z. Now select these two, press G and Z and move it up like that. And then just box select these ones, press G and Z and move it up like that. So that's great. Now box select these vertices, press G and Z and move it up a little bit like that. And then you can also press G and X, pull it out a little bit like that. And that looks good. Now select all, go to side view and press S to scale on the Y axis and just scale it down to about this size. Now let's press 2 to go to edge mode and select this edge. Go to the back, hold down shift and select this edge as well. Press S to scale on the Y and then just start pulling it up. So this will add some curves to our heart. So that's great. Let's step back to object mode, turn off X-ray and press Ctrl 2 to add a subdivision surface modifier. We can also right click shade smooth and I think we can edit our shape a little bit more. Let's step back to edit mode for a second, back to X-ray mode, front view, and I'm going to press Ctrl R to do a loop cut here. Left click once and then pull the loop cut down to around here and then just left click again to confirm it. There's one more thing. Let's go to side view, go to vertex mode, and I'm going to select all of these vertices, press S to scale on the Y axis. So we can have this cute shape. Let's step back to object mode and that's it. That's pretty much done. Okay, let's get out of X-ray mode. And now all what we want to do is go to the shading workspace. Let's zoom in. Add the base color. Let's make it red. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. You can add whatever color you want. And I'll pull down the roughness to around 0.4. Now go to your emission, add the color. Again, I chose like a pinkish dark red color and the strength, I'm going to put it up to 0.5. Now go to this drop down menu and choose your world and we are going to set up an HD array. HD arrays you can download from polyhaven.com. Press Shift A to add texture, environment texture and put it here. And I have already downloaded an HD array. I'm going to choose the Kloppenheim 07 Pure Sky. So if you go to Polyhaven, you can just search for this one. Let's plug it into the color. Let's go to rendered view and you can see there's our HD array. But I don't want to actually see the HD array. So click on your background node, press Shift A to duplicate, bring it down here. Press Shift A again, go to shader, mix shader and put it in the middle. You can plug the second background node there and you can see now it's all gray. Now I want to add another node. Shift A to add, input, light path and just pop it here. Choose the camera ray, which is the first one, and plug it into the vector. So here in the second background node, I turned it black completely. And then here I set the strength of my HD array to about 11 and 10 like that. You can make it maybe a little bit darker, around 7 or 8. So that's great. Now, let's go back to your layout workspace. You can stay in rendered view. My render engine at the moment is Eevee. I want to be able to render it very quickly. Click on this camera icon and this will take you to your camera view. And if you lock your camera, you can just set it like this. I'm going to come out of my camera view, go to front view for a second, press Shift D to duplicate my heart, scale it down a little bit, and then Shift D to duplicate it again and scale this one down a little bit. Well, go to side view and maybe I move this one to the back like that. Right, so now I'll go to camera view and set it up however I want to. You can add some more hearts if I wanted to. So Shift D to duplicate, maybe put one here, scale it down, maybe just duplicate this one and put it here. Right, so go back to camera view, and if you're happy with your setup, you can go to the output properties, and down here at the output, click on that little folder, choose the folder where you want to save it and just accept. And here you can choose the format as well. I'm going to leave it on PNG. Right, so let's press F12 or go up here to the render tab and render image. So that looks good. I'm going to minimize this and go to the compositing workspace. Press N to make that box disappear. Click on New. And with my crosshair, I'm going to pull out a new window. Here, I'm going to click on backdrop because I don't want that picture there. Zoom out a little bit. And this window, I'm going to change it to the image editor. And from this drop down, I'm going to choose my render result. So there's my picture. Here you have a render layers and a group output and a viewer. So what you want is to add a filter node. So Shift A to add filter glare, and put the glare node right in the middle. This, change it to bloom, and the tint, you can change it whatever color you want really. I kind of like the red one, and I'm going to turn this up to high. Let's go back to our shading workspace for a second, go to the object and just turn up the strength of the emission. Let's press render again. Minimize it, go back to the compositing, and then you can just pull down the strength of the bloom a little bit. So you can play around with this, that's fine. You can play around with the size of it as well. You can also go to your color management, change this to maybe filmic, and then add a very low contrast or a very high contrast. Is absolutely up to you, however you like your little Valentine's heart. I quite like this look, so I think I'm going to leave it here, and then just make sure you click on image, save image, and there you go, your Valentine's heart is done. So hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. Have a lovely Valentine's Day, and I will see you next time.